I'm Tony White from AVW Business Consulting, and welcome back to Watch Your Move. This is a series of tips, techniques, moves as it were, that I've used across my business life that's consistently given me some phenomenal results. The move I want to share with you today is one I learned probably 12 years ago. I learned it from reading this book from Jack Canfield called The Success Principles. Now, if you haven't read that in itself is a cracking read. It's full of some real gold nuggets. And one of the nuggets that I've actually picked out of that book over a decade ago is this principle or practice called the magic question. Now, what the magic question move looks to do is it looks to solicit feedback from anyone that you're in relationship with, be it from a business in your customer, from a personal side through your own relationships. And the magic question goes something like this. It says, on a rating of 1 to 10, how would you rate my, and then you insert whatever that is, product, service, the last meeting I had, what I just cooked, our relationship, my parenting. Could be a whole range of things that you're seeking feedback from. Over the past, then you insert whatever that is, day, week, month, year, whatever that might be. So it might look something like this. Let's assume we just had a meeting, and I would say to the people, how would you rate that meeting we just had? And let's assume they say, look, we think it's a 7 out of 10. Then that feedback is great, and we need to have that feedback. What is more important is the follow-up question, which is really where the magic starts. And the magical question, the follow-up question is this: what would it take to make that a 10? And then you sit back and you wait to hear what the responses are, because the responses will tell you from the respondent's perspective what some of the gaps were from their side of how things could be improved. It's an honest way of being able to give permission to those that are closest to you to give you honest feedback on how you can do things better, and particularly important if you've got a leadership role and you're giving people permission to give honest feedback. Now, if you ask that question often enough, what you'll start to see is a pattern of responses that are fairly consistent. And what it will point to is improvements that you would need to make in your own, whatever that may be, cooking, parenting, your product, your service, or whatever that may be. And you'll start to see this pattern emerge out of the responses that you get. And you're really then confronted with, well, do I keep doing what I've always been doing, or do I make some changes to make this a better experience for those that are nearest to me? You know, when I was growing up, my dad used to have this saying. He'd say, Tony, if someone calls you a donkey, ignore them. If 2 people call you a donkey, start paying attention. If 3 people call you a donkey, go out and buy a saddle. And really the principle is, if there's enough consistency in the responses and those responses are genuine, then you're confronted with a decision as to what you need to do with that. So that's my magic question move. Pretty simple. Why don't you try it today? It's something you can go out and try in any of your settings, be it personal or business, and just start seeing what sort of impact this magic question can have in getting honest feedback. So I'm Tony White from AVW Business Consulting. That's my magic question move. I look forward to sharing with you next time my next move. Bye for now.